Good evening, sports fans. GOATpa for the win of the TokenMinorities here today with the GBA playoffs round 1. Can you guys believe we made the playoffs after starting 0-4? I think minus 15. We're here. And this first game is against Randy, the guy who ended up unfortunately living a Technoblast water in week 3, and that is what gave him the W. Unfortunate. We're here for revenge today. We're out and ready. We're rested, tanned, and ready as we jump into this game. So, it's going to be very important that I try to pick the right 6. Unfortunately, half of my team just does not look good against Randy's team. But then again, some of his mons against my team don't look very good either. Let's talk about what I decided to bring. So first off, well, his team is Yveltal, Clefable, Infernape, Suicune, Roserade, Jolteon, Metagross, Porygon 2, Hippowdon, Zygarde 10, and Megalodios. Infernape and Zygarde 10 being Z. First mon I decided on was Tapu Bulu, which is basically the same set as last time. Woodham, Megahorn, Zen Headbutt, and Stone Edge, except now it's Choice Banded, so it will 2-hit KO Megalodios, 2-hit KO even Metagross, all kinds of things. It's crazy powerful, and it has a lot of chances to use it. Palkia, almost the same as last time, except I am now rocking Sub instead of, I forget what our 4th move was last time. I want to say Toxic, but basically the same otherwise. I just want to outspeed Yveltal and hit hard. Now we have a Choice Scarf Genesect. I will not be able to get away with the Douse Drive twice. He knows the back of Genesect is changed. Can't do that now. So we get U-Turn, Zen Headbutt. That's very important to outspeed Ape right there, so we can OHKO it with Zen Headbutt. Iron Head and Ice Beam in case we need it as well. So it's pretty straightforward. Just a nice Scarf Genesect plus Attack Nature. It's going to hit hard. Gengar decided to go for a Poisonium set. Decided not to do Destiny Bond this time around because he saw it last time. It's pretty obvious. He's going to play around that this time. Knockoff, Taunt, Sludge Bomb, and Shadow Ball. So I want to try to cripple Porygon 2 as much as possible, hence the knockoff. Florges, we need this mom. We shifted its EVs around though to better take on Infernape and have more physical defense. Got Moonblast, Wish, Protect, and Heal Bell. I think its set was similar or something like that last time. I think I may have had Toxic over Heal Bell, but I don't want him to spread Parahacks or any kind of status on this team, and that's very important. Finally, we have the exact same Heatran, Chople Berry, Magma Storm, Earth Power, Roar, and Stealth Rock, able to be a secondary check to Infernape if we can keep the Chople Berry intact or keep our health high enough. So that is what we are rocking with on this team. We have a big game ahead of us. You know, it's very tough. It's tough to prep for this game. Yveltal should be banned. It is terrible. Actually, I don't mean it's terrible as in it's bad. I just mean it is hard to prep for. That thing is really strong. You want to know something funny, though? You want to know something funny? Team preview is just about to pop off. We brought the exact same teams. And you know what? He was trying to get into my head very clearly because he put his 6 in the exact same order he did during our first game. He's also led with Metagross, as you can tell, because it's the first mon listed. This time I decided to lead Genesect because it's just a Scarf variant with U-Turn. That's just a really nice thing to do. I am wondering now, how many of his sets are going to be the same? How many of them are going to be just similar? I know some of my sets were pretty darn similar, so I bet he may have done the same thing based on team composition right here. Off the bat, I know he was Assault Vest Metagross the first time around. I get a safe U-Turn off, does a ton of damage, which is nice to a Metagross, which has big defense. Palkia is a dedicated switch-in pretty much for this thing. A Stomping Tantrum was interesting, predicting a possible Heatran. That does a pretty solid amount of damage. Jeez, that is a lot. He's going to switch into Porygon 2 right now, and that's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to get a Surf off. I know that I have Sub here, but I also see he gets the attack boost. Palkia is at a critical range of health where I can't let it go down to lower amounts of health. I could have maybe gone to Florges here to just predict the Thunder Wave, or I could have subbed, but if he just went for Frustration, we would have not been in good shape considering the fact that he has an attack boost. He would have KO'd us probably or pretty darn close with the next Frustration after. And look at that damage, yeah. He basically would have KO'd us if he went for Frustration, so that was unfortunate. We got to go to Florges, and we got to try to keep that thing at bay. He's heal blocked, which is cool. That's very nice. We outsped, even though we were paralyzed, but he makes that prediction, I guess, and goes to Roserade. So that means I'm going to have to switch out of ATP, out of Florges, into Genesect, and this means spikes are going to be up for the game. Pretty darn annoying, because I don't think I have anything with Levitate or Fly, or a flying type. I'm pretty sure. However, I get the attack boost, U-turn, KO's Roserade. Easy. That, I think, confirms now that I'm at a plus attack nature, because I think I needed the plus attack nature to guarantee that KO. I don't know what his exact spread was, but I'm pretty sure that would be the case. I think I had a very, very super high chance. I think it was 15 out of 16 chance of KOing him there. So that's good. I get some kind of luck. That's nice. Megalodios is in the building. Florges comes on in. So I see this Psyshock coming in. Not too bad. We take this pretty darn well, which means two things. One, obviously I'm physically defensive. I mean, that goes without saying, because I showed it in the team preview. And two, he has no special attack investment, or 4, I guess. Now, Porygon 2 is coming back in. He's going to try to use this chance to do some recovering, do some other things, but I need to wish here. I need to just make sure I keep Florges healthy, because I have not even seen Yveltal yet. I'm going to try to Moonblast. I'm just going to try to get some damage off stall turn. I need this thing healthy. That's the most important thing. Porygon 2 is not the biggest threat to my team right now. It really is not. Like, Bulu, literally, if it just switches in, will be able to just Woodhammer it into next year. So it really doesn't matter that much. I am going to see him go for a +1 frustration, and that still does a ton of damage. I Heal Bell, which makes Palkia possibly useful later. It is at least a threat on my team again now. That's good. It outspeeds Yveltal. I will have to see if he has Sucker Punch. I bet he probably does. That's just a pretty safe assessment. We're just having a frustration versus Protect and Wish. So it's a lot of fun. Just going back and forth, and I swear, guys, I am not timer stalling, and I'm going to spoil the result in that it did not come down to timer. There's no timer stalling here. So, I'm just trying to get myself in a good situation. In fairness, though, Porygon 2 is probably even bulkier, if not more bulkier than Florges. So, or at least they're on par. So, just by bringing a bulky mon, is he timer stalling? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's no timer stalling in this game. Do not worry. I think we can move on, because I finally make that switch to Bulu, take that frustration, not very well, but I know I get that nice Wish back, so I'm back at full health. Fantastic. So I know from this range, I can easily KO this Porygon 2 with Woodhammer, because I know for a fact it's max special attack. This is a Choice Banded, Grassy Terrain boosted Bulu. We're going to do a pretty nice chunk of damage to ourselves, unfortunately. But I see the Yveltal coming in right now. I think Florges might have been at around half health, and I don't want to take a chance on what set he is. Like, if he was Life Orb or Sky Plate with the Oblivion Wing, I might have been in some trouble. I might have. So I want to switch into Heatran, because I think it can take all of its moves pretty well, especially because it's specially defensive. He goes for Dark Pulse. Does not do a lot, which means it's not boosted, but he gets a flinch. Are you kidding? Okay. Get ourselves together here. I want to get up rocks so I can punish his switches for the rest of the game, especially this Yveltal. Very important. I tried to go for rocks last turn, and I definitely would have gone for a Magma Storm this turn around. That would have been amazing if I could have done that, because that damage, based on what we're going to see later, we are going to see this is an Assault-vested Yveltal. I'm going to go to Palkia. I want to bait the Sucker Punch. I want to see if he has it, because you know what? I really got him last time with that Destiny Bond, where he had to really think about things. We'll see. I'm going to go to Florges this time around. And Florges comes in. He just Oblivion Wings. What is this? Why did you not... So, clearly, it appears to me, based on that, he does not have Sucker Punch. So this is actually a... I'm going to Protect. I have to. Okay? At this point, I think I am KO'd. But now, after another Protect, I'm going to be up to 56 HP. This is a roll to live. The max was, I think, 57. But I do end up living. Thank goodness. Saves the game for us. It was still a roll in our favor for sure. But you know how Randy is with rolls. Sometimes I wish. I knew he was going to switch. Okay. But if for some godforsaken reason he did not switch out and I didn't Protect, the game literally would have been over in that moment. So I couldn't risk that. Alright. So Florges is here. It is 5-4. Just like last time. There was a time when I was ahead, and I'm ahead right now. We got to carry this momentum. We got to keep going. Zen Headbutt. Okay. We just Protect, because I'm assuming he's Assault Vest. Which means he can't go for Stealth Rock or any crazy move. That's what he brought last time. I'm going to go to Palkia. And I kind of feel like HP Fire is coming. It's kind of fodder, but Could you imagine if I managed to live this HP fire? Unfortunately, I could not. Even the X4 resistance, the great special defense, it still does more than 3 damage. How sad. I'm going to go into Tapu Bulu, because Bulu, from this range, actually has a very high chance to KO Metagross, and I just need to get this thing down as low as possible. He Meteor Mashes and misses! Yes! Alright, that's amazing for me, actually. Right here, that's amazing. I just needed to get big damage off on that thing. That's what I needed most of all. And I got it, and then missed. You know what? That's Poetic Justice, though, for the Dark Pulse Flinch. And look how much damage that Wood Hammer did to Mega Latias. Oh my goodness, that's a resisted Wood Hammer. Terrain boosted, Choice Banded, he's roosting, clearly trying to do some funky shenanigans here. If he went for Ice Beam, that would have been amazing. Frankly, I could have maybe gone to Genesect, but that was, I think, my last chance to use Bulu, because almost everything on his team outspeeds, and Metagross is so low anyway, it probably just would have been fodder. So basically, it's Oblivion Wing bait, and I can't switch into Oblivion Wing, and I do not want him to get the HP back in the future with Oblivion Wing. So I'm just going to go to Genesect, U-turn, I let Bulu go down, of course. I'm going to go to Gengar. Gengar is a pretty good switch in right here. It'll, drain HP backs, unfortunately take some spikes, but he goes into this thing, which after rocks, should be able to be KO'd. He knows I have Destiny Bond, so I don't anticipate a Sucker Punch. I don't see a Sucker Punch, and that's great. I'm going to go for Poisonium, and this has a chance to KO. If he is a pretty typical Yveltal with minimal bulk, this has a high chance to KO. This is actually Z Sludge Bomb. I may have said Sludge Wave in the team preview, but it does not do much at all. That does about a quarter or a third less than I expected, clearly meaning he is Assault Vest. And that's really disappointing. That is very disappointing, actually. That now I have to go into Florges. This game is still very winnable, though. That's the cool thing here. Very winnable. So he goes for the Oblivion Wing, and that's not good, of course, because it gives him health back and does a lot of damage. It definitely does a lot of damage. He's now at about half. I'm going to try to go for the Moon Blast. Unfortunately, because of the health he just got back, he will live that. That is so annoying. Okay, I win this game as long as I get a Wish up. And I went for Wish and get crit. Can you believe that? That was actually a very significant crit. If I live that Oblivion Wing, I get a Wish up. I can protect. I can get back to half health. KO Yveltal easily, okay? So, when that Yveltal's gone, assuming I'm able to KO it with Moonblast from a very high health, a few things could happen. So he has 2 Mons left, a Metagross at about 12%, and an Infernape at full health. Okay, the only way Infernape could win is if it gets a Flame Charge up, which obviously will do nothing to Florges from even a third health it wouldn't have KO'd. So it works like this. I believe I had about an 81% chance to win the game if he didn't get the crit, because that accounts for Zen Headbutt missing. It plays out like this. Assuming no crit, I Wish there, as I said I did. And then Protect to get to about half, or actually over half, possibly, and with leftovers. And then we KO Yveltal. Ape has to come in to Flame Charge, because that's his only way he can win. He is not a Scarf Ape. We do some big damage with Moonblast, take him down to maybe under half, or around half, and we protect the next turn on his Z move. We're at high health. We would force him to go down to Flare Blitz Recoil. If we don't live, we can protect, do some protect stuff. We get stuff like that. And then Genesect can come in when Florges goes down, as we outspeed due to our choice Scarf. If he did not go for Flame Charge. And if he did Flame Charge, presumably, we'd have a Wish up, or we'd Moonblast and get him low enough where Flare Blitz would KO. Okay? So, if there was no Flame Charge, and Florges goes down, I just locked myself in his Zen Headbutt, and Ape goes down, and Metagross goes down, but you're going to say, wait, that's X4 resisted. He was at 12%. After rocks, the calc is that Zen Headbutt plus Attack Nature plus 1 does 7.4 to 9% to a max HP Metagross. I don't know what his spread was for this game, but I'm going to assume max HP because I think that's what it was last game. Guaranteed KO after Stealth Rock. And let's just say he switched out Yveltal from the HP he was at. Even if he did, during the exchange of Florges, as I was wishing, he dies to rocks, so I can go for Zen Headbutt and lock myself into it safely anyway. So it's unfortunate. I normally don't take time out of games to explain things like this, but this was just such a significant turn, and unfortunately it leaves us with one choice. We have to try to flinch our way to victory. Since this thing is a dark type, I can't lock myself into Zen Headbutt. And if this thing had just been gone or died to rocks on switching, if he decided to switch out at such a low health, well, would have been fine to lock ourselves into Zen Headbutt, but we can't. So Iron Head does more than half to ape after rocks. We had +1. If we flinch, we win the game. We do not get the flinch. 30% chance, but, you know, hey, I already had a 4% crit go against me. So, you know, I already spent enough time discussing it. I hope that made sense. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just rambling. I'm a little disappointed that this is how the season ended after such a hype comeback to make it to the playoffs. It was a really close game. It really came down to those final couple turns. I think it was technically a 2-0 game. But geez, man. You know, I'm going to have to take a week to just reflect on this season. It really was a roller coaster ride. I got to give a big shout out and big thank you to the people in my front office who helped me week in and week out with these teams and the mock battles. Really, thank you, everyone. And thank you to Diet Tight, aka Jason, for PK hexing my team most weeks. I know he put a lot of time into that for me. But yeah, you know, disappointing. But you know what? I'm not disappointed with our effort. We came close. We came very close. And I also want to say good game to Randy. I know he doesn't mean to hex everyone out. Jokes aside, you know, wish you all the best, Randy, going forward in your future games. I look forward to playing you again, hopefully in the future. Anyways, guys, that's our GBA season. Maybe I'll try to do a wrap-up for next week if I can schedule one in. But otherwise, I'm very proud. I'm still very proud. This isn't going to be the last you'll see of us. Maybe there'll be a future GBA season. Who knows what'll happen with Sword and Shield. We will get there when we get there. But I'm going to take a little bit of time off to just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Peace.